today I'm going to share with you what I'm currently knitting and crocheting, and I also unfortunately have to frog some projects that I've been putting off doing for way too long. So I thought I'd do that with you. And lastly, I have some new yarn that I'm not sure what to knit with yet or crochet, so I'd love to hear your inputs on what I need to do with it. So let's start off with my knitting whips. I'm currently working on the Anker Sweater that I'm doing for a gift, so I'm on a bit of a deadline with this. This is how it's looking so far. I ran out of yarn yesterday, but I do have some other whips laying around that I need to frog. That's in the same type of yarn and the same color. So I need to get those frogged so I can continue knitting on this sweater. Then I'm also working on this berry tee from Hobbii, and it's just a very simple light summer tee, and I really love the pattern, but I'm not quite sure I like the way I did the stripes because I didn't have much of the red and pink yarn, so I did the stripes kind of uneven, and now I don't really like it as much, and I'm trying to convince myself that I need to stop finishing projects that I'm not really satisfied with because I'm not going to wear them. And I think it's better to take some extra time to really make it into something that you love and would want to wear every day, because then you get so much more use out of it than if you do something that you're kind of like always thinking about something that's not quite right, and then you'll just end up never wearing it. So I really just need to redo this and do something different with the colors, but it's such a shame because I feel like I've gotten so far. This tee is almost done, but I think I would wear it much more if I just redid it. Next up, I have a Sophie Scarf from PetiteKnit that I'm almost done with actually. But I already have two Sophie scarves and I use those a lot, so I don't really need another Sophie scarf, even though they're so fun to knit. I love knitting these. They're so beginner friendly and easy to make. But this is the same type of yarn that I'm knitting the Anker Sweater in, so I need to frog this and use the yarn for the Anker Sweater. I also started doing this vest a long time ago. It was before Christmas. I got the pattern from my grandma and I think it looks so cute. She did it for herself as well, and it's so pretty. She's already done. She's such a fast knitter. I took it off the needles to try it on and it was so big. It was way too big for me. So I don't think it'll end up looking good, and it's such a big project for me because it has like a pattern I need to do. So I don't want to finish this when I know it's something that I might not end up wearing because it will be too big for me. So I'm going to frog this one as well and use it for the Anker Sweater. These were all the knitting projects that I'm currently working on, and now we're moving on to crochet projects. I'm currently working on this crocheted flower top that I'm so excited to finish and use this summer. I really only need to finish the sleeves and then sew it all together, so it's almost done now. I've been doing this for a while because I couldn't figure out if I should do a video where I show you guys how to make it, or if I should just make it and get to use it, but I feel like there's quite a few videos already showing how to do this top, so I'm not sure if it's something that you would watch. If you do want me to do a tutorial on how to make this, then leave a comment below. Then I'm also working on this crocheted granny square pillowcase that you might have seen from my shorts videos. If you haven't, you can go check them out after you watch this video. But basically the idea is that I do one stitch for every subscriber I have until I finish a pillowcase. And this project has really surprised me. It has gained me over 1,500 subscribers. I was only just barely at 300 before I did it. So this has really taken off. This is just crazy to me. I'm really happy that you seem to enjoy these shorts, and I'm going to finish the series doing a whole pillowcase, and I'm not sure how many subscribers I'll need, but let's see what we end up with. Now it's time to frog these projects, and I just have to remind myself that the yarn is going to a better use. if I frog these and use it for something that I know that I will wear or someone else will wear, because I don't need 3 Sophie scarves that are almost the same color. It's better that I just frog it and use it to do the Anker sweater. If you haven't done one of these yet, I would definitely recommend that you try it. Whether you're new or advanced at knitting, this is just a super fun project, and it taught me to do the I-cord, and I just think that's a really pretty detail to knitting, and I want to do more projects where I use that kind of technique to do the edges. Also, I don't have a yarn winder. If you have one, let me know in the comments if it's worth it to get one. I don't usually frog my projects because I get kind of stubborn, and if I've used a lot of time knitting something, I don't want to frog it. I just want to finish it to feel that kind of accomplishment. But I'm trying to be better at frogging when I know it's something that I'm not going to get that much use out of, so that I use the yarn for something that I know will actually get used. This was everything for the Sophie scarf, so now I'm ready to use this for the Anker sweater. Next up we have the diamond vest that I need to frog, and this one really breaks my heart because it just took so much time, and I was really excited to learn a new technique doing the diamond pattern, but I just need to remember that it's been lying around for months now unfinished because I know it's not going to fit me. So it's much better that I frog it now rather than wasting my time finishing it and then not ending up wearing it. Also, I know that this type of yarn is going to stretch when you use it and wash it, so it's only going to get bigger once I start wearing it. So it's better that I frog it now and use the yarn for something else. This would be so much easier with a yarn winder. This literally took forever to frog, but now I have 4 extra skeins of yarn to use for the Anker sweater. Now we're at the last part, which is talking about new projects and new yarn, and this is kind of my favorite part because I love starting new projects and I get so excited whenever I start a new project. I found this yarn at the thrift store about a month ago and I just had to get it. It was so cheap and it's brand new still with the labels on. And I'm not sure what to make with it, but I just couldn't pass this and not buy it because it was so cheap. It's merino wool and I love the colors. I think they would be so cute as a summer top. I'm thinking maybe of doing the Josefine Dyring knit pattern that's called the favorite color vest. I really like how it plays with the colors and the stripes, and I think it would be really cute in these colors. The only thing is I don't know if I have enough yarn to make it, but I'll have to check online to see how much yarn you'll need for the pattern. I also have a bunch of light blue cotton yarn that I bought last year, I think, or maybe in January, and I was planning on knitting a dress with it, but I'm not sure if I have enough yarn. I have a bit more than this, but I'm thinking of maybe doing like a cardigan or a tee or something else for summer, and then maybe I can get like 2 smaller projects out of it because I'm not sure what kind of dress I want to make. So let me know in the comments if you have any good recommendations for what I should be making with this cotton yarn. This was all for today. Now I'm going to continue working on my Anker sweater and I'll show you next time how far I've gotten.